What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part today. I am so excited to upload this one for you guys because this video we're going to be taking a look at an anime that really caught my attention, Go-Go Loser Ranger. So this is an anime that's been on my radar for quite some time, mainly for two reasons. One, I grew up with Power Rangers, and two, when I found out this was going to be a Disney Plus Japan exclusive, which in our case is Hulu, I got pretty excited because the last time I watched something that was from Disney Plus Japan was Summertime Rendering, and I loved that show. But like I said, this anime came out back in April, and one of the things that really caught my attention was the overall premise, where we have these Power Rangers who are technically called Dragon Keepers, but let's be honest, they're really Power Rangers. Anyway, every week they fight these big monsters and their little minions just to protect the city. However, it is revealed in the first episode that a while ago the boss monsters were wiped out, and also behind were the little minions. So, in order to protect their fame and fortune, these Dragon Keepers set up these rigged fights with these little minions, and if I remember correctly, in the first episode, they were on their 999th loss. Holy crap, that is the biggest losing streak I've ever seen. Now this is where we meet Fighter D, who was a minion that was brave enough to break off from the group because after being humiliated for years, he decides, you know what? I'm gonna kill every single one of these guys. And what I love about this is that when you look at the Dragon Keepers, you feel no sympathy for them because they're a bunch of freaking assholes. And so you have this level 1 minion go up against these big superheroes. With that being said, while I had fun with the first few episodes, there comes a point where the story tends to drag on a bit. Drag on, drag in. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, what I mean by that is, after episode 4, we watch Fighter D infiltrate the Dragon Keepers headquarters because in order to get close to these guys, he's got to move up their ranks. And so I think over the span of 5 or 6 episodes, we watch Fighter D takes this exam in order to move up the ranks. And at that point, the story just kept getting repetitive. Granted, there were several moments in this little mini arc that made some of these episodes stand out, but I gotta be honest, I felt like I was watching the same episode over and over and over and over again. I mean, it wasn't like the first 4 episodes that got me really excited because of their distinguishable plot points and settings. And if you were to ask me what happens after episode 4, I gotta be honest with you, a lot of it becomes a really big fog, and honestly, a good portion of the show is kind of forgettable. However, I will say that the finale is pretty awesome when you see Fighter D take matters into his own hands. So to sum up my overall experience, great start with the first 4 episodes. However, episodes 5 through 10 tend to be repetitive, but episodes 11 and 12, that is where the anime sticks the landing. With that being said, despite having a problem with a good portion of this season, I still enjoyed it overall because I got to dive into the mind of some of these supervillains, which is funny because when you look at the Dragon Keepers, they're the symbols of peace and justice, but behind closed doors, they're a bunch of power-hungry assholes. And let me tell you, there are several moments in this show where you see just how sick and twisted there are. Best example is the Red Keeper, who is 100% like Homelander because, oh my god, he has the craziest moment in the entire season. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I will say this. It involves him eating a bowl of ramen. Now, when you look at Fighter D, he's already a villain, and he is not heroic because his overall dreams is to take over the world, and he will use any one of his human allies to his advantage. So it's kind of crazy how both sides are pretty terrible, and we're basically watching a show about 2 villains try to take out the other. So overall, despite the problems I had with this season, I still had a lot of fun with this anime because I love the idea of a minion going up against the heroes of the story. So if you're looking for something to watch tonight that kind of has a boys kind of feel, maybe you should check out this show. And with only 12 episodes, it is really easy to binge through. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. That was an overall view on Go-Go Loser Ranger. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button so you guys updates from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.